guys, it's me and welcome back to my channel. This is a new setup for me, quite frankly, because our house is a mess right now after a really crazy couple of days. Got the offer that I wanted. There's that. I specifically decided to kind of share my experience starting from the complete bottom in a whole nother state, just to prove that everything that I was telling you guys in my YouTube channel we tried and true. The reason why I'm not like jumping up and down for joy is because, quite frankly, I deserve that offer. I didn't even give the other agencies a chance to turn down their offer. I reached out to them, letting them know that I got an offer, so unfortunately couldn't finish the interviewing process. Got a job in the NYC, check me out. I also wanted to share something really interesting. So, you know, me and my husband both, for the longest, we were on two different like waves in our career. In my opinion, he was like killing it. He was an expert at what he does, and he was like 3 steps ahead of me. And I actually thought that we almost couldn't relate in a lot of things because I felt like I was just starting in my career where he was already like kind of mastering. I didn't even realize how uncomfortable it is for him to start at a whole new job in a whole nother like state. And also didn't realize that we could be feeling the same exact emotions, because honestly, I started last Wednesday and I hit the ground running. Orientation was barely an orientation. It was to the point where they were like, hey, we know you have tons of experience and you know, we loved you for it, and that's the reason why we wanted you here ASAP. And we actually have a project that we'd love your like input on that's like low-key due today, if you could just give me like some of your insights. And guys, there's 2 ways you could think of this. You could be like, oh my god, like this is so like ridiculous, give me time to think. But then there's the other way of thinking about it, which is really the truth. I am so qualified for this job that not only do I know it, but they know it. It's just like people actually recognizing you for the work that you do and the experience that you have. And at first I was just really nervous, and you know, quite frankly right now, which is normal, you just feel kind of dumb because you're in meetings and everyone kind of has an idea of what they're talking about and they know the backstory of the brand and the account and all that, and you don't, but you just act like you do. And me and my husband have gotten a chance to really connect in that, and that's been actually kind of hot, not gonna lie. We get to connect in just feeling like super lost and vulnerable, but still showing the confident you and not fully sharing that, you know, you feel kind of stupid. Day 2, same thing. It was like deliverables due. And then towards the end of day 2, I got thrown in to a pitch, an actual new business in-person pitch the very next day. So my 3rd day, I was a part of a new business pitch, and they actually cared about my experience. Like they thought my experience was actually useful. I just need you guys to understand. Like this is, I say all these, I'm not saying all these things just to brag and shit. That's like that, not my point. My point is that a lot like a lot of y'all who either started at a new job and feel lost, or are at a job right now and feel like you're not good enough, but you know that you are experienced and smart and all that, like this could be you. You could be at a point in your career where you take a leap of faith and you end up being asked to be on a new business pitch your 2nd day at working at a whole new job. Like, this is just God. This is literally a testimony. I also wanted to share something really interesting that added to the mix. We're pregnant. Guys, when I was talking to you guys for the first few vlogs when I was in New York, it was really a big struggle for me to get a job. I felt hopeless, and for some reason, there was like 2 weeks of just not getting any interviews. And strangely enough, after like A day after I found out that I was pregnant, I got like 3 interviews locked in. The day that I was wearing that black little number, I was pregnant then. And that was my first interview, being pregnant. What I realized is that for a little bit I was thinking like, oh my God, this pregnancy just set me back in my career. And when I went to that interview, I just stopped thinking about the fact that I wanted this job so bad or I wasn't good enough. I was thinking about this baby. And honestly, I was thinking about this baby because I was afraid of having morning sickness. So I was kind of just like I was being a straight shooter. And I realized it was just a lot more natural that way for me. And I realized that like God's gift to me was being pregnant. Like the moment that I got pregnant, everything fell on my lap. Like I am like blown away at God's work, and I'm excited for what's to come. Like I don't know what's about to happen, and I'm just kind of like ready for what's next. I mean, this is scary because you're talking about a girl who is like, do your career, be this woman who's like, you know, forward thinking, smart, entrepreneurial spirit. And then it's like, although having a baby is a blessing, you start to think to yourself like, would you be missing out on all of that if you are pregnant? Or are you gonna be looked at different at work? I almost feel like I was like made to do this vlog because it's like, how is it that like I'm literally just moving on with life and open to sharing my challenges with you all. And after each step that I make to like in progression to my career, another challenge hits, and it's like another thing to share. So when I started this vlog, I literally did say, I want my daughter or son to see this and say, you can literally do anything that you want. We live in a household where mommy accepts you for whatever goals or dreams that you have. And whenever this airs, if this ever does air, I'm talking to you, son or daughter. You can do whatever you want. I'm doing it right now, and I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm not sure at this point in my life if I still want to be a stay-at-home mom, because I start to think to myself and say, like, I am my child's straight up example. And I want my kids to say that my parents are both very hardworking and they don't follow the straight and narrow. They follow their dreams, and they kind of just give it to faith in God. Like I want to be that example. So I'm sorry that I am sharing this news so late. Honestly, we just needed to finalize it on our own, but by the time you guys see this, I will have announced it. So sorry, you are not the first to find out. You are just the first to hear the details. I'm excited to do this with you guys, and I can't wait to share more of my thoughts and challenges because I'm already experiencing challenges that I'll share next time I see you guys on my channel. Stay tuned. With love, Trish.